Hello everyone, welcome to the Age of Listening channel. This channel is purely for those wanting to learn about spiritual matters. I can only give to people to the extent that I myself have, so there's always limitations. But you know, I've really enjoyed my spiritual journey and I just want to share it with others and give them some techniques. I haven't learnt a lot of these from books, I've learnt this from my own guide. This is my experience. I talk quite slowly, I know I do. It's one of my main criticisms from people, one of the criticisms from people. But you know, there's 3 dots at the top of the video, and just click on one of those and you can change the playback speed. Just zim me up. Okay. So in previous ones, we have learnt about the fact of how to become aligned. You know, here we have, I've not given them expressions because I didn't really want to put emotion into it, but here we have a human being and the world will tell you that this is all we are, a conglomerate of bones, flesh, blood, sinew, with the ability to think and the ability to feel, where that's just all we are. And we know from, and I've shown you from previous videos, that we're not, we're vibrating beings like everything else on this planet and this life experience. And we vibrate and we emit a frequency. These are frequencies, I think I've spoken to you before, that dogs, animals that are switched on can actually sense and feel with somebody, and we receive this this kind of energy exchange constantly. This next man is emitting somebody who, as I previously stated, who are, instead of being aligned and straight, are wobbling side to side, and they're not going into a state of mindfulness, a state where they are the sieve for what comes in. So if you imagine everything's raining down on this person, you know, spiritually put an umbrella up, and in a sense this is kind of what this next one is. It's about this person has decided, I'm going to be mindful, I'm going to listen to what I think, and I'm going to really take special notice of what I feel. But unfortunately, most people, and I don't like, and I say most, not all, but there's in the spiritual community, there can be a habit of listening to what you feel and either spouting out what you feel and saying, well, it's my truth, so I'm speaking it. But actually, where is this coming from? Where are your feelings actually really coming from? And a lot of people get upset who are spiritual and don't take, you know, and they put everything down as a dark entity or whatever. And it isn't. A lot of the time it is because we've been triggered by something in our past. I have yet to meet a person who has been possessed, who has been in control of their feelings. They're not. And I've been in the church for 40 odd years, not anymore, but I was for 40 years, and I can tell you, I saw a lot of people saying that they were possessed, where what I was seeing was a person who was not guarding their heart and was not guarding their mind. Now, there could be reasons for that, but I'm not going to get into that here. So how do we do that? Well, we become very conscious of everything we think and everything we feel. And everything starts from the heart first. Everything starts from feelings. How do you get up in the morning? If you get up feeling great, everything's going to work out great. You're going to manifest things with your vibration far better if you're in control of what you feel first. So I always, when I wake up, I will always go, okay, this is going to be a positive day. This is going to be a great day. I am here for my children, I'm here to do what I need to do, and I'm going to come at it from a great place. Now, do I always manage to do that? No, but that's what I know that works when I do it. And from that, my thoughts are positive throughout the day and I'm aligned. Okay, that's just a recap. So let's look at energy exchange. I kind of think about the, what's it called? But the financial exchange, the stock markets and all that. So I kind of see it a little bit like that, okay? And we bump into people all the time who are emitting frequencies. And I will say this, please be very careful not to meet somebody that's vibrating a certain frequency, or you feel that they're not vibrating a certain frequency, and just label them as, oh, really get bad vibes about that person. Sometimes they're just having a crummy day. Sometimes they're reacting to your frequency. And I know this sounds like crazy, but often, especially with empaths, you can meet somebody who was having a great day till they met you. And once they met you, there's something about your frequency that just threw them off kilter. And instead of you blaming them, the first port of call that I would actually make would be, what are you today? Sorry, I'm not doing that very well. It's because I don't want to hit the cards and stuff. What are you actually emitting? Sometimes we can be in a rush and we can send somebody who's here, okay, into a little bit of a meltdown because they're people pleasing or whatever, and they're usually a lovely person, but you've come along, triggered them, and now they are emitting a frequency that actually is just mirroring yours. We got to remember that. Take ownership of your own frequencies. That's why a kind word a kind word and a kind way to speak something into a situation with an angry person can actually calm them down. And that is going to take you being mindful of the fact that actually your vibrations can change theirs, and that you're in control, and you are also protected in your bubble, your spiritual bubble that you create. And yeah, so that's how, for that particular, for instance. But anyway, right, moving on to what I was going to talk to you about. Here we have an adult, okay, and here we have a child. Here you are talking and giving, instructing to a child, and so you're actually giving off a certain frequency of I must be obeyed. Okay, I've got higher knowledge, and this person is looking up at the adult going, I don't know much, I believe whatever mum and dad says, I'm going to listen to the elder because they know best. Okay, but then you get to a situation where you have an adult who is, or rather, sorry, yeah, let's put parent adult. Then you have a situation here where this person is speaking to and emitting as well a frequency to another human being who is an adult. They're both adults, but that frequency is still one of I'm the adult, I should be obeyed, you should listen to me. And this is often what kind of toxic relationships with parents can still do to their adult children. But also, you've just got those personalities of people who are in control, and they are talking to another adult. Let's say, I don't know, let's say that they're, I don't like it with police. I've got to be honest. I'm talking UK police here. But it kind of grates me because they tend to have that parent adult and they come towards me instead of adult to adult. So yeah, it grates me when anybody does that. Now also you have the adult, a grown adult who is actually a child. And they are putting and placing on somebody that parent role, look after me, I'm the victim, I want you to look after me, which puts this poor person, and they're emitting that frequency, but they're also putting on a frequency to this adult that I want you, so this person is saying, I want you to look after me and guide me and enable me, because I don't really want to think for myself because I'm pretty much lazy, okay? I don't really want to do any hard work. I want you to do it all for me, and if you don't, I shall blame you because I'm appointing you as the parent in this particular dynamic. And if you're stuck in that situation, really it's very toxic, because what you should both be is adult to adult. And if that person wishes to come to you like a child, then don't fall for it. Sort of go, no, you need to take ownership of what you're doing, and I need to take ownership of what I'm in charge of. And there needs to be firm boundaries put in place. And with the exchange, energy exchange, this is what we've got here. So the takers will take as much as the person, as the giver is willing to give. So your boundary, you should meet in the middle. Sorry, I've got buzzing now upstairs. Someone's doing DIY. You should be able to meet together in the middle. And what will happen is the taker will come up and hit that boundary right there. And what often happens is they will go back to and then go and look for some other sucker. Okay. Now, we all have moments when we are takers and when we need to be takers. You know, there are times where we've hit the floor. That's okay. I don't mind being a giver to somebody who needs me. That's fine. But what I've had to learn is that here's my boundary. So in other words, if they're wanting 100% of our time, for us to be at their beck and call all the time, then that's too much, because what that does is drains us. Okay? It will drain you of all your energy, and it will lead a person from here to here. How much do I think I give my friends? I mean, I'll tell you where my boundary is. It does waver, but I would say, especially when I meet a taker. I mean, if it's my children, I give 100%, you know, let's not get this twisted. But a decent friend will get 25% of my time. a really best friend might get 50%, and even my children will get 75%. But I have to leave this here for me. Okay? I have to leave this space for me. Because if I don't, I end up screaming at the children. And I'll go, just let me go to the toilet on my own. You know, children can't have 100% of their parent all the time. Otherwise, what you teach is not good. I mean, that's a whole different video for another day. But they have to learn boundaries so that they understand when they're older that they should also give make boundaries, give boundaries. Does that make sense? Okay, where are we? I think we'll probably leave it there. This is only a peripheral thing, but if you've not mastered this kind of understanding of how to interact with people, then going from here to here is going to be very difficult. So hopefully that's been succinct. I hope. Okay, remember, I'm not going deep into this. This is one of the basic lessons. Okay, bye. Oh, thumbs up, please.